Previously on Live Like No One Else.
Edited raw version of us.
We've always been kind of a mess since
from the beginning.
Yeah. We miss you guys a lot. We're gonna do a couple different videos. You're gonna see us look exactly the same. As you comment, we'll be commenting back in real time and we'll look different that day.
Hey, welcome back. Video 2.
We didn't.
No?
We didn't do bullet points yet.
Oh, we'll be right back. All right. So video 2, welcome back. Video 2, guys.
It's been so long.
That's my wife.
It's been so long.
She's so great. And why are we laughing about this video? If you haven't seen video 1, which is the video before this video, go watch that video and you'll understand why we're laughing. But here we are. Like my shirt? Yes. So video 2, here we go. My love's gonna take over.
Video 2. So guys, this is a really bad way to put it into words, but
Yes.
these were the words my husband and I were using in our raw state,
Yes,
because
raw
we
state.
don't have brain power at 10:40 at night after putting 4 children to bed. So we talked a little bit about what the last couple of months have looked like for us, and now we're gonna dive a little bit.
And we talked about that in our previous video.
Yes, in our previous video, that's what I'm talking about. In our previous video, if you go back to that one, you'll hear us talk about what the last couple of months.
Let me get the lighting back. Let me get the lighting for you. Here.
No
lighting, no
lighting,
production
no
value.
lighting.
That's right. So you're saying, I'm sorry, I interrupted her.
That's okay. Ruins my flow.
No, go.
So the last couple of months we have, we've kind of stumbled here and there, and we talked about that in video 1. Now I'm going to talk to you about kind of what that looked like for us, and here it goes, okay? So we had these ideas. Let's reach for the stars. Let's continue what we're doing. Let's keep doing YouTube. Let's have our 4 children. Let's keep doing all these little things.
But wait a
And
second,
on
we already
top
had
of
our
it-
4 children. What are you talking about?
Well, no, I mean,
Just
like,
kidding.
let's, you know,
I'm just
have our family, and let's do our emergency fund,
Yes,
fully
do
funded
all this
emergency
stuff, right.
fund, and let's save for a house, and let's,
Climb up those baby step
you
ladders,
know,
right?
yeah. But at the same time, I was doing everything else, and so we kept reaching for those stars, and we kept doing it. But in the meantime, I felt myself getting lower and lower and lower below the surface of the water, and I felt like I was drowning. That is an excellent visual, honey. I'm so impressed with
that?
you right now.
She likes
That's
it.
like A+ production value right there. Can you add some water sound effects? Actually, don't. We should
No,
put
I'm
a
doing it right
trigger-
now.
You should put a trigger alert for something. That might not be
Not good. All right, go.
But that's what it felt like, and I think Joel even felt like that to a certain extent without maybe even totally identifying it for a while, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't working anymore, and we were, you know, and to be honest, we're kind of still trying to figure out, okay, well, what's the why? Why isn't it not working? And we kind of stumble upon new answers every day. Like, I've been going to therapy for a while, and that's been amazing for me, and I'm just uncovering a lot of stuff about thoughts about myself and my own self-worth and where I land in the midst of the 6 people in this home. And then it makes me think of my husband and what he's thinking of, and we have talks about where he's at, and you know, talks with my family, you know, or with our children and stuff, and we also realize that we have one child who's dealing with some extra things, and so we want to take good care of that, and we want to learn how to be the best parents to that child that we can be, and that threw us for a loop. And that is probably one of our biggest struggles, and one of the probably the biggest vehicles in my emotional roller coaster, because that child needs so much of us, and we're working really hard to learn how to be that parent, how to be those parents. And it's literally learning. I mean, we're having to read books, we're having to talk to people, we're having to join support groups and things like that. So that's been a big deal for us and our family, and that's been a big part of the why. Now what's going on with that child, it's nothing bad, it's nothing detrimental. That child is safe and fine and healthy, but they have extra needs. They have more that they need from Joel and I, that we were like, we don't know how to do that. We don't know what this is. We don't know what it looks like. We need a whole other education, a whole other means of parenting. And so we had to kind of like rewind and do everything over, and it took a toll on us. It's taking a toll on us, not because of the child. So just to be clear, it's not because of the child. It's just the new path that we have to forge. And it's a whole new path for us. So just, cutting those bushes out of the way as we go is really hard. A machete that is dull, and we don't even know how to use it. So it's just, that's been the biggest part of our why puzzle. So there's been so many things, and in the midst of that, financially, since this is a financial channel, it's been, okay, well, my husband has not had work, and because I was drowning, it was him going, well, I'm going to use this time for you. I'm going to use this time to keep you above water. So it wasn't like, let me hustle and find as much work as I can. It was like, we have this emergency fund. My wife is going under. Let's do
so we're living off of it.
So we kind of did that, and we didn't really pull back on our spending.
Which we should have. We're learning lessons. This is a lesson we're learning.
So, I don't even think we ever had that thought, because it was literally just survival. I mean, me and weekly shopping and our
meal planning
and everything.
Yeah.
And it became like the week would be over, and Joel would be like, "There's no cereal," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's right. Like, I have to go shopping. Like, that's a thing. Okay." Like, I mean, it was literally like, I don't know if you've ever walked through depression. Some of you have. But just the fog that surrounds me, and I'm like, oh yeah, like it's shopping day already, and we're out of food, and like, oh, well, there's no way I can function right now, so I'm ordering pizza, or like, oh, we have I'm going through a drive-through on the way home, because I can't, I can't, and
that's okay.
Now, is that like the wisest thing? No, but survival. So there's a give and take that we're learning, and
it looks different for everybody too.
It does look different for everybody. Now, we didn't get credit cards. We didn't go back into debt. We didn't, we stayed within our means. Yeah. We just didn't get those goals. Yeah. So those of you who might be wondering about the integrity of our financial journey, that's where it is. Plain and simple. That's totally where it is and where it's been. We have learned. We're still learning.
All the time.
Because even though my depression feels lighter, there are still gray days where I just throw my hands up in the air, and it's like, I just need to, I need to keep these 4 people alive today, and that's all that I care about. I don't care about an emergency fund. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. I literally just need to keep 5-6 people breathing and functioning today.
And I think part of it too, like for us, or for me, I can really quickly say, so we had to learn how to walk through that stuff. So, she'd have those moments where she's like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, okay, well, we got to come up with a plan. And then it was like, okay, I can help do this. I'll meal plan. Fine, I'll meal plan.
Yeah, he took over so much of the
and I'll go shopping with the kids or whatever. So it took time to figure out. It took time to like get into that. So I don't know where I'm going with this now, but that's kind of a little bit background of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the way that it's been, and so.
So do we have tips or advice for reaching for the sky, or what is this?
Reaching for the stars and keeping your head above water.
Keeping your head above water.
Well, I think one of the things, if we're going to leave you with a piece of encouraging words or something, it's no condemnation. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up.
That's just not okay to do, and that's something that I'm having to work really hard on, and Joel too, and something that we as a marriage, as a partnership, are having to work hard on, is not berating, not condemning our partner and our spouse, because we're all just surviving. We're all just learning right
We're
now.
in it together.
So there's no beating yourself up.
Yeah, don't
You
do
just
that.
you gotta, I was reminded by, some of you might have seen that video of Scott Hamilton talking about how his cancer has returned. And one of the things that he said in that video that just resonated with me was he said that he was, I think, judging or watching Kristi Yamaguchi skating, and he's always remembered that she got back up with a smile. And he had this moment of, wait, she just fell, right? Didn't she just fall? No, maybe she didn't. I guess she didn't, because she got up with such joy. And he was like, she's joyful. Like, she looks joyful again. And he didn't even really, like, recall the fall. The fall was not the focal point. The joy after was. And I'm like, that's us. That's what we want to be. And so, yeah, we are gonna stumble. We are gonna fall. We're human. We need to learn. And through that, we've learned so much about leaning on God and just how His strength can carry us through in our weakness. And so that's where we're at. So there's no condemnation.
Yeah.
There's no beating ourselves up. Grace.
That's right. Give yourself grace.
We have a new saying in our family. If you can't give grace, give space. So even give that to yourself. If you're beating yourself up, take a minute to breathe deep and to remember that you're okay and that you can get back up and you can smile.
There you go. Thoughts from Anna. And we will see you the next time. Thanks for checking out the video.
That is hilarious.
Bye-bye.
Bye. We miss you guys a lot. We miss community. We miss creating, especially Joel. This was his thing. He loved editing. He loved being, connecting with you guys. Me too. And that was gone. That's been gone. And it was gone for a couple of reasons that we'll get into in a second. But, so our goal is, because